All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of our Jacksonville Jaguars practicing going down, episode number 38. Today we're getting started with one of my personal favorites. I know I say that every time. One of my personal favorite practices. It is, of course, tied up on offense, and here Denard Robinson going to try and sneak around. Unfortunately, Carrier doesn't get outside to get the lead block on. We get contained by the outside linebacker. Still a decent run of 3 yards. Not as long as we were hoping to get, though. 3rd and 7 upcoming. Clock running 4:30. We're going to get Carrier running the out. We got Cobb, Haskell, and Blackman crashing the inside on the slants. And Delian using his time brings Cobb back to the ball, and boom, first down. Not the prettiest play you'll ever see. That was Delian buying some time, getting the ball out, bringing Cobb back to the ball. That slant play does not work tremendously well, at least not for me, historically, against zone coverage. That is what we are facing here. We get Reese getting up there for the block. Boom. Robinson taken down, but not before he gets 7 yards up the right side. Great first down play right there. We'll go I formation. We'll get Stephen Ridley in here. And he's just going to try and bowl his way inside on this inside zone play. Carrier, Reese, the tight end, fullback. And here goes Ridley. He's going to bounce this one outside, puts his head down now, 4 yards. First down, and that should be enough to get us to the 2-minute warning, at least for this set of downs. We're going to go, let's go fullback dive here. I've had a lot more requests lately to get Marcel Reese more heavily involved in the offense, certainly in practices, because he is a very competent piece of this offense in terms of his physicality, in terms of what he can do once he gets his hands on the ball. Something that we don't see a lot of the computer do through the simulations. However, could definitely do more in these practices. So as always, I encourage you guys to give us feedback. And Randall Cobb dropping that pass, brutal, gorgeous throw from Juan Delian at 2:11. Cobb just drops it. That stops the clock. That stops our momentum, and on 3rd and 6, we're going to have to get a first down here to keep this drive alive. Practice scenario tied at 7. Big blitz coming here. We give it to Robinson out in the flat. He gets flattened. Gain of just 3 yards. That'll get us to the 2-minute warning, and on 4th and 3, we're going to have to go for it here. Not necessarily because I think we're totally screwed if we don't get the first down, but because I think our chances are much higher going for it than they would be not going for it, just with the history of the practice team being capable of doing what it is capable of, which is decimating us at every turn. That's the technical term. So here we go. We're rolling out. We got Carrier in the flat, and wow, Delian kind of throws off kilter. Carrier overruns the route. The safety comes up, knocks that one away, and so unfortunately we are looking at that's a real drag. We got first down practice team on that failed 4th down conversion. Carrier was wide open, and just interesting turn he took there. And finally, the quarterback under pressure. There's Jesse Williams getting the sack. And that is important because that means 2nd and 13 comes up. Practice team can't stop the clock. We'll get our defensive set just a little wider. Stanford in pursuit. In for the injured Xavier Gooden. And McCray is able to make the hit. The tight end drops the pass. McCray just one step behind his man. Was in a decent position to make the pick, but just wasn't quite able to get there. Here, 3 receiver set, tight end out for the practice team. And he's going to be on the halfback. Quarterback enveloped there. Guess who? Earl Zoe Shorter takes down the QB, and just like that, after we go and spoil the 4th down, the practice team comes out, takes 2 sacks in 3 plays on that quick 3 and out. Earl Zoe Shorter getting another thumbnail. This guy gets a ton of thumbnails for his pass rushing abilities, and he gets another one here today. Boom. Earl Zoe Shorter, the former 4th overall pick, getting in your living room. and that will allow us to call a timeout with 1:22 left in the practice scenario. Looking for the punt block. We will not block this punt because it's Madden, and that doesn't happen. You know Madden, where every second game is a tie, but blocking kicks or successfully recovering an onside kick just never happens. Yeah, that's how it works. But here we go. Bari Suber in for the injured Brandon Banks. He reverses field twice and gets up to the 34-yard line. Decent return there for the third-string halfback, who could have a much larger role on this squad next year, depending on how free agency works, who's available in the draft, because, of course, Denard Robinson, the incumbent starter, will be departing. And as effective as Stephen Ridley has been for us in small spurts of starting, I'm not comfortable turning the entire backfield over just to him. Really more of a guy who can come in and play a few downs, more of a power guy, but we want someone to offset that, so we'll see how that works in the future. Here we go. This is a play that traditionally we used to go to Haskell. Here, Carrier, though, wide open along the sideline, and he gets out of bounds beautifully. Nice job there from Carrier getting out of bounds, stopping the clock by doing so. Very important in these late-game situations to get the heck out of bounds when you can, especially when you don't have any timeouts. We're not super pressed for time yet, but it's always better to be safe than sorry. Here, going over the top to Haskell. He overruns the route defender, knocks it away. Haskell appeared to be wide open. The free safety came back, made a nice play on the ball, and we're stuck here 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line of the practice squad. We probably don't need more than one first down to get into field goal range, and boom, we just did it, folks. At the 22-yard line, Carrier steps out of bounds, and that'll bring out Stephen Ridley to try and smash some yardage out of this practice team. They're likely going to call a timeout immediately following this play. Ridley, nice job there. And no timeout coming from the practice team. That is an eyebrow raiser. Then again, as we've learned time and time again, the AI in Madden can be a little funky. And so we will be able to run this practice session out. Hopefully, we obviously need to kick the field goal before running out the clock, but we can get this clock down pretty low. We'll probably run this play with about 15 seconds left. That should still leave enough time for the field goal team to get on the field. So here we go. Let's go. It's 16 seconds left on the clock. We'll call the play. Ridley up, runs right behind Bruce Campbell, and here we go. We're not what? The play that we're requesting is not coming up, and that's the whole reason I wanted game flow, and we're going to have the clock run out on us. Wow. Field goal is not the recommended play. We can't possibly open the settings fast enough, and wow. The whole reason I go game flow, despite the fact that I don't use it 99% of the time, is so that recommended play, when it's a kick, I don't have to spend the extra 5 to 10 seconds opening up the play call, and that is exactly what just happened. Only, of course, the field goal option didn't come up. And so the Jags drive the field late in the practice scenario, tied up, and run the clock out without kicking, even though, we tried to kick. And we'll give the practice team a chance to win this one after all. So here we go. It continues. Wow, what a clusterfuck. Here we go. Engage 8 after that 9-yard run by the practice team's halfback. They're showing run to the right-hand side again. We're going to pinch Jonathan Cyprin up, the rookie sensation, looking to throw a big hit here. And they go to the fullback. He gets through Cyprin, but not through Jesse Williams. 2.5 yards for him on that play, up to the 32-yard line of the practice team. All right, outside linebacker, man. We'll get some blitz action happening on this play. Hopefully, Wesley Woodyard going to crash down the left-hand side. Sure enough, it is a run to that side. We get excellent containment. Who all was there? That was Antoine Blake was the first man who made contact. That's wonderful. That brings up 2nd and 11. We're going to go nickel here. Still only 2 wide receivers in, but I would love to get a nickel back covering the tight end, who is an excellent receiver. Stanford in the middle with Washington. They put the fullback in motion, and they are running. Brandon Dieterich cannot make the tackle, gets out. Dieterich in because of the injuries to Linval Joseph and Von Martin, and he got excellent. We got the block shed immediately. He just didn't have the speed to get out there and make the hit, and so that's a second straight run play. This one, however, very different results than the first one. Jonathan Cyprin in your backfield eating your lunch. Jonathan Cyprin, not to be fooled again, takes the running back down 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Gotta love it. 4-4 formation here. This is a bit of a throwback, kind of similar to the 4-6 system the Bears ran in the mid-'80s. Getting some more linebacker firepower up closer to the line of scrimmage. And they're going long. Terrell Jefferson allows the catch. Missed tackle, 1-2, touchdown. Brutal missed tackles. Don't even know how that happened. But I'm so done with this practice scenario, it doesn't even matter. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I'll see you next time. Till then, I'm Tuxedo T-Shirt, and I'm out.